Some wounds don't bleed, they bury themselves in your soul, disguised as silence, anger, or self-doubt. But hear me, what man used to break you, God will use to build you. Because when they came for your heart, they forgot one thing: you belong to a God who doesn't just restore, he vindicates. Ladies and gentlemen, beloved sons and daughters of God, there comes a moment in every life when the ache of betrayal, the sting of rejection, or the blow of injustice tries to define us. Some of you have cried tears in silence, wondering if God saw what they did. You've laid awake at night, rehearsing the pain, replaying the moments, wishing for closure or even revenge. But today, I need you to hear this loud and clear. God does not overlook your pain, he orchestrates justice in ways no man ever could. God doesn't just sit in heaven watching. He is a hands-on Father. He sees the hurt. He sees the harm, and more than that, he sees you. He doesn't just mend broken hearts. He restores stolen dignity. He doesn't just replace what you lost. He multiplies what was taken. Let me remind you of Joseph. His brothers threw him in a pit, thinking they were burying him, but God was planting him. By the time it was over, the same brothers who hurt him had to bow before him. God did not just deal with the brothers, he elevated the broken. That's how God works. When someone lies on you, walks out on you, or mishandles your heart, don't let bitterness be your response. Don't let revenge become your rhythm. Why? Because vengeance belongs to the Lord, and when God handles it, he doesn't just silence your enemies, he sets you up in full view of them. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. That's not just a verse, that's a promise. It means the people who thought they ended you will have to watch God bless you. Some of you are praying for justice, but God is preparing promotion. You want a confrontation, but God wants a coronation. Don't run after what hurt you, run toward your healing. Forgiveness is not weakness. It's the ultimate trust fall into God's hands. It's saying, God, I believe you can handle this better than I ever could. So yes, they hurt you, but God saw it. Yes, they left you, but God held you. Yes, they counted you out, but God was just getting started. Let them talk, let them walk, let God work. Because when God deals with those who hurt you, he does it with justice, with wisdom, and most of all with a strategy that sets you free, heals your soul and lifts your head. Hold your peace, trust your Father, watch him work. God doesn't react the way we do. He's not impulsive. He doesn't respond out of emotion, offense, or hurt. Where we might lash out, shut down, or plot our own revenge, God remains sovereign, steady, strategic, and intentional. When someone hurts you, God doesn't just rush to get even. He aligns things to accomplish something greater than your immediate relief, your long-term destiny. You see, we live in a world where instant responses are praised. We want quick clapbacks, immediate justice, fast closure. But God doesn't operate on our schedule or within our emotions. His silence is not indifference. His patience is not weakness. Sometimes it may look like nothing is happening, like the person who wronged you is getting away with it. But don't be fooled, heaven is not asleep. God is always working, even when we don't see movement. He's not just responding to what happened to you, he's responding to what he's put inside you, and that requires timing. Purpose takes time, healing takes time. Justice that is divine not driven by ego takes time. When God responds, it is never small, it is never rushed, it is never out of control. His response is layered, complete, and always woven with redemption. God takes the pain and weaves it into purpose. He doesn't just deal with the person who hurt you. He deals with the broken places, the bitterness, the unforgiveness, the fear. Because God's response isn't just to punish them, it's to promote you. He's not interested in petty victories. He's interested in your total transformation . So if you're in a season where it feels like God hasn't reacted, don't mistake that for neglect. He's preparing a response that will not only address the offense, but elevate your entire life. He is forming something so complete, so undeniable, that when it manifests, you won't even desire retaliation. You'll be too busy walking in the fullness of what was birthed because of the pain. When God responds, he doesn't just correct the wrong, he creates something beautiful from it. Pain has a way of convincing us that we're stuck, that we're trapped in the trauma, locked inside the betrayal, sentenced to the suffering. It whispers that because something asterisk happened to us asterisk, something has asterisk ended in us asterisk. But the truth is, your pain is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of a shift. It's not a prison to keep you bound. It's a platform where God plans to stand and show his glory through your healing, your rise, and your voice. Too often, we treat pain like it's a life sentence. We build walls around our wounds. We sit in shame. We replay the offense. We assume that if we've been hurt deeply, we must be disqualified from greatness. But God doesn't operate like that. The very place where you were broken is often the exact place where God plans to build something powerful. He doesn't discard the painful parts of your life. He anoints them. He doesn't hide your scars. He uses them to testify. Your pain is not random, it's not wasted, and it's certainly not powerless. It carries weight, it carries wisdom, and if you'll allow God into it, it carries asterisk purpose asterisk. God specializes in taking what the enemy meant for evil and turning it into something that lifts others, something that speaks freedom, something that echoes hope. The platform he gives you may be built with bricks of sorrow, but it will be cemented with grace. Think about the most powerful voices you've ever heard, the people who shook atmospheres, who inspired nations, who comforted souls. What did they have in common? They had asterisk been through something asterisk. Their words carried weight not because they read it in a book, but because they survived it. They asterisk lived asterisk it, and then they let God breathe on it. Don't let the pain trick you into silence. Don't let it convince you to hide. Don't let the enemy convince you that what happened to you disqualifies you from what God has called you to. That's the lie. The truth is, what you asterisk thought asterisk would destroy you is the very thing God will use to asterisk define asterisk you, not by the pain itself, but by the power that rose from it. So yes, you've been hurt, but that pain is speaking louder than you think. It's not the end, it's not the cage, it's the asterisk stage asterisk. Let God use it. Let him stand on it, because when he does, the very thing that tried to hold you down will end up lifting others up. There's something deep inside of us that cries out when we've been wronged. It wants justice. It wants answers. It wants those who hurt us to feel what we felt, to understand the weight of their actions. That instinct is human, it's honest, but it's not holy, and that's why God, in his infinite wisdom, reminds us over and over again. Asterisk, a vengeance is mine, I will repay. Asterisk, not because he's ignoring your pain, but because he knows that revenge can never heal you, only asterisk he asterisk can. When we take vengeance into our own hands, we end up carrying a burden we were never built to bear. We don't just seek justice, we start feeding bitterness. We replay the hurt, rehearse the offense, and tie our peace to whether or not they suffer like we did. But God says, asterisk, give that to me. Asterisk, not because he doesn't care, but because he cares too much to let you stay bound to people who wounded you. Vengeance is his because only he can repay without ruining asterisk you asterisk in the process. We think that by holding on to the anger we're staying strong, but it's a trap. The truth is, unforgiveness doesn't protect your heart. It asterisk poisons asterisk it. When you focus on punishing those who hurt you, you end up building your life around the very thing that broke you, and God loves you too much to let that happen. That's why he invites you to release it, not because they deserve freedom, but because asterisk you asterisk do. God's vengeance doesn't look like ours. He doesn't just get even. He restores, he convicts, he redeems. Sometimes his vengeance is correction, sometimes it's distance. Sometimes it's blessing asterisk you asterisk in front of the very people who tried to break you, not to shame them, but to show that asterisk no one can block what he has for you asterisk. He has a way of dealing with your enemies that leaves no bitterness in your mouth and no blood on your hands. Letting go doesn't mean letting them off the hook. It means putting them in God's hands and walking away from the fire with your soul intact. It means trusting that he saw what they did. He knows what it cost you, and he will handle it in his timing, in his way, and with his justice. And when he does, you'll realize that the best revenge isn't their downfall, it's your asterisk freedom asterisk. It's your healing. It's the peace of mind that comes from knowing that God is both your defender and your deliverer. So don't waste your life trying to make them pay. Let God write the ending, because what he does in response to your pain is always greater than anything you could have planned in your anger. Revenge may feel satisfying for a moment, but divine justice will give you peace for a lifetime. God has a way of revealing what was hidden and bringing clarity to what was confusing, not to shame you, but to shape you. When people hurt you, betray you, lie on you, or mishandle your heart, God doesn't always move immediately. But when he does, he doesn't just expose what was done in the dark, he elevates the one who remained faithful in the midst of it. Exposure isn't always about others being revealed. Sometimes it's about what's happening inside of you being brought to light, your resilience, your obedience, your endurance. But when it comes to those who tried to sabotage or silence you, there will come a time when God pulls the curtain back. Not because he wants to embarrass them, but because he wants to set you free from the confusion of why did this happen? Who can I trust? What did I do wrong? His exposure brings clarity, it brings closure, and it clears the path for your elevation. When someone tries to destroy your name, God preserves your character. When someone plots behind your back, God covers you with his hand, and just when it looks like the enemy's strategy has succeeded, God steps in and what was hidden becomes undeniable. God doesn't just reveal the plot, he cancels it. He doesn't just unmask the betrayal, he lifts you above it. But here's the part we often miss. Exposure is never the end goal. Elevation is. God exposes not just to deal with the wrong, but to position you for what's next. He will let the truth come out at just the right moment, so there's no confusion when he promotes you. So no one can say you manipulated your way into a blessing. So no one can deny his hand is on your life. God waits until the exposure becomes a stage, and then he lifts you up not as revenge, but as recognition. Think about Esther. Haman plotted in secret. He had power, he had position, he had a plan to destroy her people. But God allowed the truth to come out, and when it did, the very gallows Haman built for Mordecai became the place of his own downfall, and Mordecai elevated, honored, protected. That's how God works. So don't worry if people think they've won by being quiet with their intentions or sneaky with their actions. Don't lose sleep over hidden agendas or whispered lies. In God's time, he will reveal what needs to be seen. And when he does, he won't just vindicate you, he'll elevate you. Because you weren't created to stay buried under betrayal. You were meant to rise. You were meant to be seen for who you truly are, not defined by their actions, but revealed by God's purpose. Let him do it. Let him expose. Let him elevate. Because when God brings you up, no one can bring you down. There are moments in life when someone walks away, a relationship ends, or a door unexpectedly closes, and it feels like rejection, heartbreak, or even betrayal. It's confusing, painful, and often feels like a loss. But what if the goodbye wasn't a curse, but a covering? What if it wasn't abandonment, but protection? We often pray for God to protect us from harm, from hurt, from enemies we can see. But sometimes the most dangerous thing in your life isn't an obvious enemy. It's a familiar presence. It's someone you've grown used to, someone you've poured into, someone who once had your trust but whose heart was no longer aligned with your destiny. And in his mercy, God allows them to walk away, not because he's punishing you, but because he's preserving you. Not every departure is a loss. Sometimes it's divine intervention in disguise. You may not see it in the moment, but time will reveal that what you thought was rejection was actually redirection. God saw the conversations you didn't hear. He discerned the intentions you couldn't detect. He read the thoughts you couldn't access. And because he loves you too much to leave you exposed, he allowed the goodbye to be the beginning of your growth. We beg for certain people to stay because of how they once made us feel safe, seen, loved. But God is not interested in who made you comfortable. He's interested in who can go with you into your calling, and the two are not always the same. Some people were only meant for a season, a chapter, not the whole book. And when we try to drag seasonal people into lifetime places, we delay our own development. that breakup that shattered your heart, that friendship that faded without explanation, that job that let you go without warning. As painful as it was, it might have been God's way of saying, asterisk, you don't see it now, but this is my protection. This is me keeping you from settling for less than what I've promised you. Asterisk, sometimes the goodbye is the answer to a prayer you didn't even know you prayed. You asked for peace, but it came through separation. You asked for strength, but it came through standing alone. You asked for clarity, but it came through silence. And when the dust settles, you'll realize you didn't lose anything. You asterisk gained asterisk freedom, insight, and space for what God truly wants to bring into your life. God doesn't just shut doors to keep you out, he shuts them to asterisk keep things from getting in asterisk. He doesn't just remove people to hurt you, he removes them to asterisk heal asterisk you. And the sooner you stop chasing after what left, the sooner you'll start walking in what's been waiting for you. So don't resent the goodbye. Don't fight to reopen what God has already closed. Let go with grace, trust the exit, and believe this: if they could walk away, they were never meant to stay. And if they were meant to go, then their absence is part of your asterisk assignments, protection asterisk. Sometimes God's greatest gift is not in who comes, but in who he allows to asterisk leave. Asterisk wounds are inevitable in this life. No one escapes untouched by pain, not the strong, not the wise, not even the faithful. We've all been pierced in places people can't see, rejected, betrayed, misunderstood, abandoned. And while the world tells us to hide our scars, pretend we're fine, or numb ourselves with distractions, God does something radically different. He takes those wounds, the very places where we bled, where we broke, where we barely survived, and he asterisk transforms asterisk them into asterisk weapons, asterisk of power, purpose, and testimony. What hurt you does not have the final say over who you become. The enemy wants to convince you that your wound is a weakness, that your past disqualifies you, that your pain is proof you're unworthy, but God says the opposite. He says, asterisk, that place where you were wounded, I'm going to use that to win battles, not just for you, but through you. Asterisk, the wound may have come through betrayal, but now you have the weapon of discernment. The pain may have entered through heartbreak, but now you have the weapon of empathy. That deep season of depression, God is turning it into a weapon of compassion and authority. So when you speak to someone in the pit, they asterisk believe you've been there asterisk, and more importantly, that they can come out. God doesn't waste a single tear. Every wound has a story, and every scar is a signpost that says, asterisk, I survived what was meant to kill me, and now I'm stronger because of it. Asterisk, the enemy thought the wound would silence you, but it gave you a voice. He thought it would make you timid, but it taught you how to fight. He thought it would isolate you, but it gave you insight. That's what happens when God gets involved. The very thing that was meant to break you becomes the asterisk very thing he uses to build others asterisk. Think about Jesus. He didn't hide his wounds after the resurrection. He showed them. Thomas didn't believe he was alive until he asterisk touched asterisk the scars. Why? Because scars speak. Scars asterisk prove asterisk resurrection. Scars are evidence that pain met purpose and didn't win, and the same is true for you. The wound didn't disqualify you, it asterisk qualified asterisk you. It gave you authority. It deepened your oil. It gave your voice weight. When you walk through the fire and come out on the other side, you're not just healed, you're asterisk armed asterisk. You're not just restored, you're asterisk ready asterisk. So stop hiding the places where you hurt. Stop being ashamed of the struggle. Let God breathe on it. Let him anoint it. Because the sword you're swinging today may have been forged in the tears you cried last year. He turns your wounds into weapons, not to glorify the pain, but to glorify the power of a God who never lets a battle be in vain. You are not just a survivor. You are a warrior, and your scars are proof that God still turns pain into purpose and brokenness into breakthrough. Beloved, everything you've walked through, every wound, every betrayal, every painful goodbye has not been wasted. God has seen every tear, heard every silent cry, and counted every sleepless night. And while you may not understand asterisk why asterisk it happened, you can be certain of this: God is not indifferent. He is intentional. He doesn't just defend you. He develops you. He doesn't just expose the wrong. He elevates the righteous. He doesn't rush to react. He responds with purpose. and in every moment of pain he is planting seeds of power that will bloom in your purpose. Yes, the enemy may have tried to use people to hurt you, but God is using asterisk everything asterisk to heal you, grow you, and asterisk launch you asterisk. The goodbye was protection, the betrayal was redirection, the wound was transformation, and the silence was preparation for your elevation. So let go of the need to retaliate, release the weight of what they did, and rest in the truth that God asterisk will asterisk deal with those who hurt you, but he'll also deal with asterisk you asterisk. Because his plan is not just to bring justice, it's to bring asterisk wholeness asterisk. And when God finishes what he started, you won't just be standing, you'll be asterisk soaring asterisk. Not bitter but better, not broken but built, not defeated but asterisk destined asterisk. You were never just a victim of what happened, you are the vessel through which God will reveal his glory. Let him finish the work, let him write the end of the story. Because when God steps in, asterisk, nothing stays the same asterisk, and no one gets the final say but him.